What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building, and you know what it is. Another quick drop. Hey, first of all, shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody. I love y'all. Um, we got this. I like this thing. It's called Buzz Balls from Tequila Rita. I'm not a Tequila Rita guy, but daggone it, these jokers is fire. Fire! Reason why we're putting this right here. Reason why we're putting this right here, because we hit 15K. Yay! Congratulations! Woo! Brr, 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 brr. Shout out to everybody. We hit 15K. Now, here's the thing. After I say what I say on this video, I might lose my 15K and go back to 14K. That's the way it always happens. Every time I hit a milestone and I go brag about it, I'll say something crazy, and then people are like, hell no, 10 less subscribers, you going back down. You ain't getting 15K. But for right now, we have 15K, so yay! Celebration! It might not be that after I get off the live. That's okay. We'll get right back to it. But shout out to it right now. We hit it. Thank you for everybody who hit that. Subscribers, members, all that. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Now, also, right, the 29th, today's the 18th. Hey, 11 days we'll be at the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. Just got another donation. We at like $350. The goal is $750. So we're trying to get $4 more $100. We can do it, y'all. Hey, I ain't begging, but I be paying for all this stuff myself. So, hey, look out. Check out, go on my community page, YouTube, hit that button where it says GoFundMe. Let's get to that 400, y'all. Y'all, we can do it. We got 11 days, $400. Let's get it. Let's get it. The goal was 750. We only need 400 more, less than 400. Let's get it. All right, so here's the video right quick. Mike McCarthy has been retained. They're talking about they will retain Dan Quinn too if he doesn't really find the job that he wants, that they'll retain Dan Quinn. But Mike McCarthy is back in the building. I ain't mad. I'm not angry. I'm not anything. I'm not mad at it because I don't hate Mike McCarthy. I still like him. Even though we had that epic fail, one of the worst epic fails in Cowboys history, I still like you, McCarthy. I just do. And I see why the players like you, because all the players came into his defense, because I feel like he is a player's coach. I feel like he does look out for the players' families. He's a family man guy. Players like that. I think he's into the players. The players like that. And I think that's why they want him back. He doesn't go crazy with cracking the whip. But, I saw a lot of players coming to his defense to say, let's run it back. I ain't mad at that. It is what it is. Dan Quinn comes back. It is what it is. I just want to say this, though. I want to say this real quick. In my opinion, Cowboys are headed for a regression. I said it on the show last night. I'm going to say it again. You had 12-5 straight 12-5 seasons, and I was on point on every one of those. I believe 2021, I said we was either going to be 11-6 or 12-5. I was only one game off. 2022, I was spot on. This year, I said 13-4, one game off. So I've been pretty close to the records in these 3 years with McCarthy. I ain't count 2020. That was terrible. But I don't think we're getting 12 wins, in my opinion. This is an 8-10 win season here. Remember when we had Jason Garrett? I talked about it on The Final Word. I talked about it on Burgers and Blitzes. Remember when we had Jason Garrett, Jerry Jones? He was 8-8 3 straight years. Why did you reward him with a 5-year deal after only one winning season out of 4? That's the fundamental issue. Right there. You gave him a 5-year deal after only having one winning season out of 4. That's the issue. Jerry don't want to be wrong, but Jerry don't really like firing people. Jerry don't really like doing that. But you rewarded him, and what happened? 2016, after you rewarded him with that deal after that 12-14 season, Romo got hurt. 2015 done. 2016, we got Dak, Ezekiel Elliott, 13-3, choke. 2017, Ezekiel missed 7 games, choke. 2018 was choking early. We got Amari Cooper. Dak was balling. Amari Cooper was balling. We was feeling ourselves. Dak. We went to the playoffs. We beat Seattle. I was feeling good. I went to a few games. We was feeling good, and then the Rams came in there and smacked us. Right? Jerry don't like firing people. It's in his heart. He's a Libra. I'm a Libra. He just don't want to fire people. Rather just the contract run out and you just go your way, I'll go mine. So that's what happened. He gave him another year after that epic fail against them Rams when we could have went to the championship that year, right? With Garrett. Fail. So no, I ain't gonna fire you. We want to see this year, and this is your last year in your contract. Let's just see what happens. Lame duck status. Lame duck status. What happened in 2019, y'all? Missed the playoffs. Fired. McCarthy's in the door. I'm not wishing you this on you, McCarthy. It's just where I'm coming from. I don't feel like we're going to win 12 wins. I don't know what the schedule's looking like, but I think it's harder. I say 8 to 10 wins this year, possibly missing the playoffs. That's why I said people might unsubscribe because I'm saying negative things. And I really don't want to be negative, but you know what? I'm not going to just keep lying. I'm not saying I ever lied. But sometimes when I feel like Dallas is going to lose, I'll say they're going to win because I'm a Cowboys fan. I don't want to go against my team. I don't want to bet against my team. I don't want to bet against the Cowboys. I don't want to go against them. I always want to say win, win, win. But that ain't reality. And I don't like when I'm not doing reality things. I don't like when I do that. So I can only be in reality. 8 to 2 in wins, regression in my eyes, possibly missing the playoffs, possibly getting fired. Mike McCarthy, possibly. He don't want to fire you. He'd rather you just ride in the sunset on your own. Because he just don't want to fire you. Jerry's not like that. But if Dan Quinn comes back, I just feel like, we're going to the draft. We're going to be at the Senior Bowl. We're going to be at the Combine. You got to get some better drafts. I don't know. Will McClay, that's my guy. But Will McClay, this last draft wasn't good. Okay? This last draft was good. Go through the players. I don't have to go through all the players. Y'all know. Go through the players. Mozzie, I don't want Michigan players right now. Mozzie, Michigan. Schoonmaker, Michigan. No. Demarion Overshown, hurt. The Vejelko kid, never played. Sean Richards, never played. Draft class didn't look that great. The year before, 2021, 2022. Or was it 2021? Michael Parsons and them guys. That draft class was not good at all. Kevin Joseph gone. Deshaun Wright, bust. Them 2 offensive linemen, bust. The drafts ain't been great. 2020 was okay because you had CD and Diggs. That's really it. The drafts haven't been great. We hyped them drafts, but they ain't been great, y'all. They have not been great. So you better have a better draft this year. You better go hard in that draft. Don't go with no developmental players. You better go get difference makers in this draft this year. Don't get no developmental players, developmental tight ends that are blocking in the second round. Oh, he's a great blocker. He need to catch the damn ball and be a difference maker. Jake Ferguson killing it. You get what I'm saying? So y'all need to go hard in that draft. Don't play around. Leave them Michigan players alone. Don't draft no Blake Corum. No, I don't want that little tiny dude. I just want to throw that in there. All right, so I'm getting ready to get off of here. But here's the whole matter. The fact is, I'm not mad that y'all brought Mike McCarthy back, and even if you bring Dan Quinn, but we ain't winning. Not in my opinion. We're going to regress. You possibly might get fired, Mike McCarthy. If I was you, Dan Quinn, I would go ahead and just take that job. You get what I'm saying? Just go ahead and leave. I kind of just don't want Dan Quinn back. And I don't hate on Dan Quinn. Understand? I don't hate you, Dan Quinn. But Let's kind of just go. If you was going to coach like that, you had two great defensive performances in 2022, 2021, and 2022. You kept Cowboys in the game. Then you come with this last performance like that. And like Mike White said, your defenses got steadily worse. They haven't got better. They have steadily got worse. So if they let you go or you went somewhere else, I'm cool. You can go. I wonder who they get. They probably do it in the house. But all I'm going to say is this. I'm going to end it in this. I've been kind of rambling. You know, I thought we'd take the next level when I thought the curse was broken, put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor, maybe. But I just don't think so. I just feel like Jerry's a power-hungry guy. He's about control. It's his way. He's like a controlled dad. Y'all know a controlled dad who's rich? That controlled dad will give you anything you want as long as you do everything he says. As soon as you get out of line, you might not get that money no more. You feel me? So as long as you stay in line and do everything that's told, you're good. Whenever you get out of line, Cole Beasley, Amari Cooper, Dez Bryant, Chris Richard, anytime you show that loudness or buck up to the system, you gone. They don't want to hear that because the brand is more important. And that's why I feel like Cowboys are never going to get over that hump because that brand is so important. Dez said it in a few things. I listened to the whole interview, but I ain't talking about everything he said. But the thing that stood out to me was when he was talking about how the organization always spoke for the players. And how when Jerry walked in, he was like, you make sure you respect this brand. And I remember when Jerry purchased the Cowboys, and it was 5 years. So he really didn't get to establish that brand like that. He was talking to Cowboys, this and that, but he was establishing it then. But it was more football with Jimmy Johnson. Because Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones, they was new team, new guys. They had to get that football stuff off the ground. Once that football stuff got established, the brand took over. That's why probably Jimmy was gone, because he's like, this brand is popping. I can get anybody bringing here. This brand is popping. And it's always going to be about the brand. And as long as it's about the brand being first, we ain't winning-ish. Like I said, we'll win games. We'll be competitive. We'll go to the playoffs. We ain't getting over the hump. Because that brand is more important. It is. It really is. And like I said, he's a controlled dad. Like, you know those controlled dads that got money? Hey, we got doctors in this family. Everybody in this family, 3 people in this family been doctors. I'm going to pay your college full ride. Pay all of it. $30,000 a year. You ain't got to worry about nothing. But you got to go be a lawyer. Go be a doctor. If you deviate anyway from that, you ain't getting it. And I feel like that's what Jerry is. Like, I'll hook you up, but you got to do everything I say. You see what I'm saying? So there are really no voices, real voices in there, because when the real voices speak up, they get squashed. When anybody go against the grain, it gets squashed because that brand is more important. So that's why I feel like we're not going to get over the hump, because the brand overtakes football. Go look at that video from DMV with Chris Bouchard and Rob, whatever his name is. Just look at it. It was a very good video. That first part spoke to me. So that's what I feel. You know, we got them back. We'll see what happens. I feel like it's going to be regression. We're not going to do 12 wins again. I feel like we're going to miss those. We're not going to do that. Harder schedule. Possibly miss the playoffs, and then we'll see after that. But before I get off this video, I want to give a shout out to Foots. He was on our show, The Final Word, on Tuesday. It was a great show, by the way. I'm pissed I couldn't make it. I want to give a shout out to you, Foots. I felt like you were super cowboy guy, bro. Super cowboy. Just super cowboy. Cowboy this. You just super cowboy. I felt like it was delusional. But, you know, when I listened to you on this Final Word, and then when you called in onto the show yesterday on the Final Word, some of the stuff you said when you were talking about the players, I felt everything you said about them players, tweeting all the time. There's one specific player that tweets just all day. Answering these people you're answering people that don't give a hell about these Cowboys. Y'all, they just talking ish to you. They ain't talking football. Stop being on Twitter and come on our show. You feel me? Y'all be talking all this stuff on Twitter, being all blah, 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 want to go at the fans, whatever, but y'all choked. So why y'all talking on Twitter? So just be quiet on Twitter. But y'all talking all that stuff on Twitter, come on the show. We ain't gonna be disrespectful. Y'all go on these shows with these nerds and these PFF guys and whatever. They ain't never played a lick of football, ain't did no football, but y'all answering them dudes. You jumping on their shows. You talking to them dudes, or you talking to fans that don't even talk no football. They just be hating on y'all, and y'all give the energy back. No, when I responded to you, and when Foots responded to you, one of you guys responded to Foots, he gave you a football question. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Come on our show and let's talk about that. I know it's hard because your boss is watching. I can understand that, because if my boss was watching and y'all were asking me questions about my job, I might be thinking, I might not want to say that because I don't want to get fired. So I totally get it. But I just want to give a shout out to Foots, because I felt you when you was talking about the players on Twitter right after the game, like it ain't nothing. And I can feel when he just dropped his video with the linebacker. He said, I shouldn't even be talking about linebackers. We should be talking about playoffs right now. So I just want to tell you, Foots, I feel like you are a super Cowboys guy, but I saw a side to you, and I'm not trying to bring you down to my side of, a pessimistic side, because that's what I am. I'm a pessimistic Cowboys fan. I might change my handle to that. But I just respect how you saw that and were like, no, that's unacceptable. No, I ain't dealing with that. That's wrong. So I got a lot of respect for you for doing that. So I just want to tell you that, Foots. So I don't know if you hear this video or if anybody relays that back to you. If they relay it back to you, salutes to you, because I saw some realness. And I'm never saying you was fake, but I saw some realness right there. And I appreciate that. But it is what it is. I don't feel like the Cowboys are going to do what they did last year. This past year, 12 wins. We'll see. And one last thing before I'm going to get off here. Cowboys, be humble. When they got the microphones in your face and DeMarcus Lawrence and you come back, because I know you could be a candidate for being cut, but if you come back, stop talking all that trash. All you Cowboys players need to be humble. Be quiet. Don't say nothing about this the best defense, this the best offense, this the best. No. Be quiet. Don't say nothing. Put your head down and go to work. Because if you do that, it'll be better, because we don't want nobody talking about Dallas. Please, don't talk about us. Say we suck. Say we trash. I'm tired. I know them networks is tired of talking about us, because the first thing they said, why are we talking about Dallas and they choke every year? Tired of talking about them. Let's talk about teams that win. Not talk about teams that choke and lose. I'm done. Big Game James. I'm out. Salutes.